Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Oh my God, I've always dreamed of to put Dalek poetry and music together.
Cross it out or make it red or something. Oh man, how can you see?
Anyway, I've always wanted to have a Dalek poetry and music together because we humans start with the word mama, dada. That's kind of Dalek, our mother tongue. So the poetry started from the ancient times, such as books of Song and also Homer. Those are the poetry anthology, almost the oral poetry, very lyrical. Therefore, I always wanted to have something combine the mother tongue poetry and music.
I'm so happy to be here.
And today, thank for all these poets and musicians who got my dream come true. I'm sorry, I gotta have to mute everyone. For just for now. It is my honor to present the last Taishan Hua poets, Nelly Wong, Genevieve Lang, Floyd Wong. Let me introduce one by one. Nelly Wong is Oakland, Chinatown-born poet. She has published 4 books: Dreams in Harrison Railroad Park, The Death of Long Steam Lady, Stolen Moments, and Breakfast, Lunch, Dinner. Her poems and essays appeared in numerous journals and anthologies. 2 pieces are installed at public sites in San Francisco. She is co-featured in the documentary film Mitsui and Denali, Asian American Poets. And among her recognitions, a building at Oakland High School is named after her. A poem of hers was nominated for the Pushcart Prize. She's traveled to China in the first American women writer tour with Alice Walker, Tilly Olsen, and Paul Marshall, among others. She's taught poetry writing at Mills College and in women's studies at the University of Minnesota. The second poet is Genevieve Lang. Genevieve Lang is the San Francisco Jazz Poet Laureate Emeritus, born and raised in San Francisco to immigrant parents from the Guangdong region of Taishan, where an oral culture rich with folklore, natural medicine, and healing songs was brought to America. The rhymes and music of the Taishan language find harmony and expression in the freedom of contemporary jazz, and it is there where Lim's voice has flourished. She is author of 5 poetry collections: Winter Place, Child of War, Paper Gods and Rebel, Car, The Death of Time in Italian, and co-author of Island Poetry and History of Chinese Immigrants on Angel Island, winning of the American Book Award, and forthcoming anthology of senior Asian American memoir, Window, Glimpses of Our Storied Past. Lim's award-winning play, Paper Angels, was the first Asian American play that aired on PBS American Playhouse in 1985 and has been produced throughout US, Canada, and China. Our third poet is Floyie Wong, my very, very good friend. At age of 9, artist, poet, educator Floyie Wong, a De Anza College alumni, knew that she loved words. A few years later, say 79 years, she has become a poet who uses English and her parents' native Chinese dialect to show and to tell her collected stories of family and community. A co-founder of Asian American Women Asian Association, she has received 3 national adornment for the Arts Awards. Through her art and poetry, she supports those who use those individual and collective voices for social justice. She stands by individuals and organizations who put diversity, equity, and inclusion into practice. As an elder, she connects with the younger people who inspires her. And then I want to introduce Del Sol String Quartet. The San Francisco-based Del Sol String Quartet is a leading force in 21st century chamber music. The quartet is currently collaborating with Huang Ruo and the anonymous poets who carves their words into the walls of Angel Island immigrant station during the years of Chinese Exclusion Act. Today's performance features Del Sol founder and artistic director Chao Chen Li on viola, cellist Catherine Bates, and violinists Ben Carith and Sam Weiser to bring a fresh energy, freedom, and precision to our diverse repertoire. By bringing the string quartet tradition from its European roots into global tradition, including an emphasis on the Asian continents, Del Sol makes contemporary chamber music a dynamic part of today's culture. Welcome all the artists. And also I want to introduce our expert and Dr. Genevieve Lang. She's the doctor. Genevieve Lang is the academic director of Asian Pacific Studies and the director of Asian Pacific American Studies minor. She is the expert of the Taishan language. Now, Dr. Lang, please, you can introduce the language.
Sure, great, thank you. Thank you, Jing. That was a very generous introduction. Hello, my name is Genevieve Lang. I'm an associate professor of rhetoric and language at the University of San Francisco. And a lot of my research does look at intergenerational language and cultural maintenance of people of Khoisan heritage. So it really is a really great honor to be invited here to introduce these amazing and influential poets of Khoisan heritage who so directly embody the best parts of heritage language maintenance. So maybe there are those of us here who might be asking, what's the difference between Khoisanwa or Cantonese or Mandarin? And I'll give you some very, very main quick points. So between 1870 to 1930, depending on which source you look at, 70 to 90% of resident Chinese populations in the US came from a region in China called Li, or Seiyup in Cantonese, or Si in Mandarin, literally meaning 4 districts. And these 4 districts are Khoisan, or Toisan, or Taishan, or Hoiping, Kaiping, Yimping, Yamping, Enping, and Xinwei, Sunwei, Xinhui. So Because the proximity of this region to various seaports, much of the early ethnic Chinese immigration to the US came from these 4 districts, with Hoisan sending off the largest population of people, mostly as laborers. And so speakers from the Hoisan region of the 4 districts spoke Hoisanwa, or Toisanese, or Toishanese, as it's known in the English rendering in Cantonese, Taishanese in the English rendering of Mandarin. While there are obvious regional differences among the varieties spoken in these 4 districts, these varieties are largely lumped together once they got to the US as sort of this monolithic Cantonese. When really, linguists have noted that some varieties of Hoisanwa can only be 30% mutually intelligible to Hong Kong Cantonese speakers. So they're really not the same. Chinese Americans who trace their ancestors' arrival to the US to the 19th or mid-20th century, so 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th generation Chinese Americans, come from a shared ancestral heritage language that differs greatly linguistically, culturally, and historically from Mandarin, the current standard language of China and Taiwan. Yet, the current rise in the status of Mandarin has really resulted in this very heightened demand and consumption of Mandarin language classes, bilingual programs, enrichment programs, things like that. And this might be the case for Santa Clara County as well. So where newer Chinese immigrants may more likely be Mandarin speakers, older immigrants might be more Cantonese or Hoisan speakers. But what's important really is recognizing that for Chinese Americans of Cantonese backgrounds, particularly so for Hoisanwa heritage speakers, the shift in this political economy of language involves negotiation and sometimes even erasure. And we are often confronted with discourses of others and even ourselves saying things like, oh, Hoisan is a dying language, or Hoisan doesn't have value in today's world, which, if you think about it, is a very kind of sad way of talking about somebody else's heritage, and certainly a sad way to think about your own heritage. All right, so I think this is why this event Okay, I've unmuted myself. So special, so important. Formal language contexts are really great. Looking at them can be great, but I think really this out of school learning and knowledge production is also very underexplored and overlooked. Things like poetry, creative writing, performance, right? The act of writing and performing in Hoisanwa and in English is an act that defies those negative beliefs I just noted earlier. It's about paying homage and attributing value to one's mother language. Right? And it's not necessarily about speaking exactly like our parents spoke or our grandparents spoke, since that's not really the goal of language maintenance. But it's a way of helping us feel whole again, helping us recover the memories and the experiences with our family members who may no longer be with us. And it's about keeping those memories alive through language. And so this is an act that shows Hoisanwa is not dying. In fact, it's very much alive and it's growing in contemporary ways that's still very meaningful to its speakers. So that's why I'm super excited to listen in, and I'll end with that. I'll turn it over to who's next. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Genevieve. You almost got me towards the end of it. I almost want to cry. Let's start it with Nelly Wong.
I'm super excited to be here, part of the Penpals program that Jing and the Cupertino Library is putting on, and also want to acknowledge both Flo and Jenny that we didn't realize we started something. And I think the last Hoisan poets, we're really not the last, but hopefully there are others writing in using Hoisanwa in their poetry and in their music. I'll start with the Hoisanwa poem, Ngoi Lengerlim, My Two Hearts. Aya mama, ngoglim tep, ngogangan hong lai lo, lai ban ngai nega ngoglim hong moi, gim ling sang yet du gong, 晚黑呢，我個愛浮同幾個朋友講古，因為呢下個禮拜四晚黑，佢我la Peña講古唱古，共係我屋企紅人黑人印錢人墨國人，共係世界的人，阿公阿婆弟弟。妹妹、父母、姑姑、細佬，紀念美國金山，佢捱佢叫，過來佢幫助美國起來。哎呀，媽媽，我嘅心痛，我識咗你嘅屋企，但係呢，我想買愛你佢。唔係那眼，唔係那眼，唔係話唔換愛你佢，我嘅心痛，因為你俾我認識，我還後生女，我成日好好歡喜，我嘅媽媽嘅屋企。係我自己嘅屋企，阿媽阿女兩個人好甜蜜，兩個心紅紅綠綠。我一起身我愛我嘅屋企，有時估計係我嘅真心。哎呀媽，佢是我愛佢咯，佢是我識咗。個屋企，我個經歷還好強壯，還好紅。我個經歷呢，好記我屋企開亮。一記你紅阿爸爸來金山，杜公開課堂，開炭乾，讓愛我鐵嘅三面對。哎呀媽！我佢今日呢，我放工行返屋企，上半翻你個屋企，我嘅屋企，上半翻兩個線，佢甜蜜佢紅。我瞓咗，我或者喺個經過時日，喺個街，我係個聲媽媽。我嘅真心翻機咯，哎呀媽！有人歡咗我嘅屋企，我嘅金鏈，我好放心咯，我落心嘅王德，飛去嘅興。哎呀，佢是我愛嘅女人啦。我佢是想白曬頭髮，然後呢，我嘅真心好紅好強，行街杜公講 story， 唱鼓幫助那工人，換嘢吃，換屋住，換工度。希望個團嘅世界好光明，希望我見你認識阿媽阿女佢甜蜜，我同你吃飯掉，陰性，歡咗我嘅屋企，歡咗我嘅真心，歡咗兩個心，係火燒。And now this will be in English. My two hearts. Ay, Mama. My heart hurts. My eyes are all red. Last Friday, I wore your jade heart with my own gold necklace. All day I worked, and in the evening I drove to the big city with several friends to tell stories. because next Thursday evening we will gather at La Peña to tell stories, to sing songs, to celebrate ourselves, Chinese, Blacks, American Indians, Latinas, and Chicanas, grandfathers, grandmothers, sisters, old and young, fathers, mothers, brothers, remembering beautiful country, Gold Mountain, everyone who's worked so long to come here to build America. Ay, Mama, my heart hurts. I've lost your jade heart. And even though I think of buying another one, it isn't the money. It isn't the money. It isn't that I can't get another. My heart hurts because when you gave it to me, I was still a young girl. And all day, all night, I was so happy. My mother's jade heart was my own jade heart. Mother, daughter, two of us so close, two hearts, so red, so green. Once I rise in the morning, I wear my jade heart. Sometimes think it is my real heart. Ay, Ama, now I know. Now that I've lost my jade heart, my real heart is still strong, still red. My real heart remembers my jade heart, so pretty. Still remembers how you and Baba came to Gold Mountain to work, opening a grocery, opening a restaurant, raising the 7 of us children. I am Mama. The past few days when I get off work, as I walk back home, I want to find your jade heart, my jade heart. I want to find our two hearts, so close, so red. Perhaps I will find the jade heart. Perhaps I will find it among the ginkgo leaves scattered on the street. This is what I think, Ama. If I find the jade heart, my real heart return home. Mama, if someone finds the jade heart, my gold necklace, I will let my heart go as the yellow bird flying toward heaven. Now that I'm a grown woman, I am thinking when my hair turns white, my real heart will still be red, be strong. I will still walk, work, tell stories, sing, help working people find food, find homes, find work. I will hope that the world shines brightly, hope that when I see you, mother, daughter, so close, we will eat rice crusts together, drink to victory, drink to victory. Find my jade heart, find my real heart, find our two hearts burning as one.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm speechless, Nelly. I was actually crying. The mother and daughter, actually I'm wearing this jade leaf for as long as I know. And also my earring is ginkgo tree leaves. So we were thinking the same. I appreciate your very, very powerful words, yet very calm voice. What a performance. I salute you, Nelly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I have one more piece to share, and this is set in Oakland, California, where I was born, where the 4 younger children of the G. Wong family were born. And the first time I went to the movies, 2 adult tickets, please, says my papa in his jacket and pressed trousers, laying a dollar bill on the counter. He and mama each holding me at 5 years, my sister at 2.5. uncomprehending, glancing upward toward the man suited in dark blue in a glass cage. Your children, you cannot enter the theater. They will cry, make a fuss, disturb our patrons. The man's voice crisp and cold. The man pushes the dollar bill back toward Baba's hands. No, no, Mama cries out. Good girls, they not cry. Baba joined Mama's plea. We hold them on our laps. If they make noise, we leave, okay? You promise? The man in dark blue pulls 2 tickets, slides them out with 2 quarters in change through the opening of the glass cage. You bet, Baba grins. Holla, holla, Mama sings. Moto, why nui, okay? No noise, good girls. Leslie and I hold hands, glide into the Paramount Theater, uptown, settle in our parents' laps, watch Gone with the Wind, our eyes fixed on the silver screen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Del Sol. Jenny. You're muted.
Oh, I am? Okay.
Yes.
Unmute. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm unmuted. Can't hear you. Hello?
Yes, please start,
Oh,
Jenny.
okay. I was waiting for you to say
I'm
something.
sorry.
Okay, that's all right. That was
Okay.
absolutely stunning. I mean, that's the most beautiful music I've heard in a long time, and it was so healing. I want to thank you, Jing and Andy and Flo, for cooking up this wonderful celebration of Hoi San Hua. Nelly and I and Flo may not be the last Hoi San poets, but we may be among the eldest, the oldest. So hopefully there will be a new generation. I just wish my mother was still alive. She passed away at 99 in 2007. And this is vindication, validation of my youth when I was very embarrassed by Hoi San Hua and refused to go to downtown with her to translate her Hoi San Hua into English. And for most of my childhood and youth, I felt embarrassed about Floyie because I was always told it's the language of peasants. Well, peasants we may be, but peasants is a good stock. And so I want to thank you and Cupertino Library and Claire for hosting this wonderful event. Immigrants. I remember the wind path between Liangasan, Hoisan, and Megok, two lands. Oh, Fatmong. It was like a dream when you crossed the gangplank into a wilderness of ghosts. Father brought you to this teeming mirage, 1935. The men teased the village women, Hyang Ha Po, trudging through the streets as if straddling rice paddies. They hollered, the men said, across imagined wheat fields, streets brimming with orchards, giving birth with forceps in hospitals without midwives, behind gutters, sweatshop alleys with dehydrated breasts, to suckle the dreams of us 7 ugly Americans who cursed. Kim San was the passport, a volcano of undecipherable print festering in the vaults. And what you didn't say, I was doomed to babble all the television talk and rock and roll, juk sing, every word was gibberish to you. Yum gong la, made in the gong wata, every door a wall, muk uk, Angel Island, in turning you till English became the currency which washed our souls. Once in the winter night, you came to my bed in tears. Your hands were pale moons white as wedding silk, fingers frozen inside the pockets of your Western coat. I was 10, dull with sleep. You asked me to go to Father. Ham mo fan hui Hong San. Beg him, please, not to go back to China. I refused. I never saw you tremble so much, old world woman. You who forced your brood before the family altar to bison. And Pop will never go back to China. neither will you. Because your great-grandchildren are hawk, juggle black checkbooks, brown four-letter words, red and yellow skin. They laugh at your old ways, these hoochie, nui, toy. And they lubricate their tongues with the grease of money. Always on. But superstitions don't give way so easily. And the cross, don't you know, resembles Buddha upside down. Great-grandfather Yinhua, great-grandmother Yishi, grandfather Chanyeto, mother, grandmother Yingxi, father Lim Taigo, mother Lin Hlen Lim. You sat on that SS Calvin Coolidge, you chewed your cuttlefish, you tossed the yarrow stalks into the sea, and you cried for your children left behind, 2 daughters who hid in the hills from the Nippon, the Japanese soldiers, and you ate crackers. You cry for your lost children, Kim-san, the way they roll their eyes each time. You recite the litany of uncles. You cry for the R's, the T's, the smell of black ink oozing from, government prints. You cried when they disclaimed you, left you standing at the border without a country. Cry for us now, the ones who mocked you. Burn the portraits one by one and watch the Bakwe travel back to Europe as you traveled 10,000 li to the ancient burial ground. May you become smoke in the eyes of the demons. May you become invisible on their walls. May you become the wind, the eddy, the silt, the stone, the flame of my breath. May you become the marrow of my bones. May you become the flesh of my wounds. May you be fearless and vanish through the mist into the empty heart of sky. Mo Fat Mo. It's not a dream. We've arrived. Oh, sorry, I didn't know where that came from. I thought of my mom when she passed at almost 100 and never learning English because she knew we would lose our tongue if we did. So this is for her, the only language she knows. The woman downstairs, who is my mom, who yells at me to come down and help put a mustard patch on her back. No, famga. She bends over. Oh, Nina. I touch the fleshy curve of her back with my icy hand. She tells me in Floyie how to place the bandages across her spine. Man, one by one. Okay. Oninsa. Dosa, commenting in Floyie how she is going to go live for me, to make my blood grow, to make my hands warm. She speaks in Floyie, the only language she knows. She reads the Gimsan Sibo, the Young China Daily in the John. She gets up, pulls her blouse down, and I'm guilty. She hurt her back mopping on her day off. And my last poem, End of an Era. There were Tika, 7 of us under the white picket roof fence, morning till night. Our house overlooking Alcatraz overlooked the bay. Ima Sumac, Snooky Lancer, Harry Belafonte singing, Day-o, day-o, daylight come and you carry me home. Day, day, daylight come, carry me home. We roof rats danced, yelled, sang, fought, and cried at the top of our lungs, did our fair share of feeling sorry for ourselves, especially my skinny runt brown self. I brushed aside the fleas and the tears under old sheets as if I was Mei Lan Fan in a Chinese opera. In some dark cranny, I found a little book Konamot na? Government issued ration book coupons. Konamot ya? I asked Mom, what are these? She spoke no English, glanced at the book and grumbled, oh, Nina. Those, recalling with no trace of emotion. Young and see, during the war, we stood in food lines. Times were hard, not like nowadays. You have no idea. I remember FDR, the bombing of Pearl Harbor. You have no idea. Well, now I know. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God, Jenny. I'm speechless. And I mean tears, Jenny. This is a tribute to our mothers, our fathers, the mother tongue. My mom passed away this May, and this is a tribute to her, to all the moms who taught their kids the mother tongue. Thank you so much, Jenny. I'm beyond grateful and appreciation. I don't know what to say. It's masterpieces. Thank you so much. A lot of people are shedding tears right now because of the poetry, because of your voice. Thank you so much again. Del Sol. much. Yeah, so, oh my God, this is just beautiful. I close my eyes. I can see the time flows back. I heard the crying, the struggle. I don't know if I interpret the music correct, but that's how I feel after I hear this stunning voice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our next presenter is Flo. Flo, please begin. Unmute. Unmute. Flo?
Yeah, I just unmuted.
Okay, good.
I want to thank all of you for coming on a Saturday to share with us as we retrieve through language our heart and soul. I have 2 poems to share with you this morning. The first one is a COVID poem, and I'm surprised that I wrote it. I wrote it new for this project today. And I'm going to read it first in Hwaisanwa. Then I will read it in English. And the third time I go through it, Nelly, Jenny, and I will recite it, but I'm going to need your help. So let me read it first, and then I'll give you the instructions as to where I want you to help me. Loi khoi, loi khoi, loi khoi. Ngô hô lim hi, ham nạc loi. Ngồi can úp, hô ai can, ham nạc loi. Nai nai, ye ye loi. Poo poo, gung gung loi. Mama, baba loi. Ngồi cái ai đi loi. Cái đi đi. Ham nạc cái lô cùng flamin đôi loi. Yết nít cái phải lọ. Ham nạc cái lô hù đôi phim phụ loi. Ngồi cái quay nuôi loi. Ngồi cái quay đôi loi. Ham nạc cái lô hù lô cùng loi. Ham nạc cái flamin đôi flamin nuôi loi. Ham nạc cái cao đôi loi. Nạc loi nên si. Ngồi lắm ốc này. Chân lại. Thuần sai gai. Hó u bèn. Khỏi si. Lên gòn bèn ốc. Mỹ quốc. Hậu nghiền bèn. Nhạc lòi nên si. Cam bì gu. Cam hao. Lòi khói. In English. Come here. Come here. We are happy. Call you here. Our house very big. Call you here. Grandmother, grandfather, come. Grandmother, grandfather, come. Mother, father, come. My 5 older sisters, come. My 5 older sisters, call your husbands, children, come. 1 seed of a little brother, call your wife, son, and family. Our well-behaved daughter, come. Our well-behaved son, come. Call your wife, husband, come. Call your daughter, your son, come. Call your dogs, come. When all of you come, we want to hug all of you. Not allowed to come, not allowed. The entire world, lots of people sick. Now, coronavirus. In the US, lots of people sick. When you come, cover your nose, cover your mouth. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Now, in this next recitation performance we're going to have, Nell and Jenny are going to repeat with me the Hwaisan words. Here's what I want you, the audience, to do. I want you to say the word Floyd. So all you have to do, and I'm going to hold my hands up high. I hope you can see it. Just flick your wrist. Floyd, Floyd, Floyd. So I counted how many times I want you to say it. I want you to say it 10 times, and you will know because we'll stop. All right. So the other word that I want to introduce you to is the word for embrace. So the word for embrace is ok. I embrace you. So when I get to the word ok, I want you to listen carefully and then wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a self hug and embrace. Okay, Nell and Jenny, are you guys ready? All right. Yeah. Now the audience is going to say they will hug themselves, but Jenny, Nelly, and I will do the after a while. Loi khói.
Loi khói.
Ha ngồi hô lim hi.
Go hold lim he.
Ham nạp loi.
Ham nẹp loi.
Ngồi gan ốc.
Loi gan ốc.
Ho ai gan.
Ho ai gan.
Ham nạp loi.
Ham nạp
Ham nẹp loi.
Okay, get your lois ready. Nine. Yeah. Loi.
Loi.
Loi. Loi.
Cung. Loi.
Loi.
Mama, Baba, loi.
Loi.
Gọi cái đi loi.
Loi. Loi.
Cái đi ham nạp cái lo cùng sa mình đôi loi. Biết nhịp cái phải lo. Ham nạp cái lo hủ đôi lên hủ xuân loi. Gọi cái quay nuôi loi. Gọi cái quay đôi loi. Ham nạp cái lo hủ lo cùng loi. Ham nạp cái cao đôi loi. Dạ loi nên si.
Loi nên si.
Ngồi phăng ốc. Okay, let's all
Chinese.
Có dần.
Jun. Thuần sai gai. Hậu nghiền bèng. Khỏi si. Then gone bèng ốc. Mỹ Quốc hậu nghiền bèng. Lòi nên si. Cam bị gung. Lòi nên si. Cam cả hao. Lòi khói.
Loi khói.
If you were with me in a classroom right now, I would be at the door waiting for you to come up to me and say, Lloyd. If you don't say it, I won't let you out for recess. Okay.
And that's a book she wrote.
Yeah. I am reading from my poetry book that I published for my 80th.
Yeah, Pomelos. Yeah.
That's my mother's father on the cover. So this poem is a tone poem. And just pretend that you're in an African-American church right now, because we're going to do call and response. So I will read the poem first. I want you to listen to it. Then the second time, you're going to come in and repeat after me as well as you can. I'll try to read slowly. I Donghua, Great China, Tangon Restaurant, Lun Hong Yin Fao, Oakland, Chinatown, Gi Gang Bak, Gi Gang Sim, Uncle Gi Gang, Auntie Gang, Hoi Gong Le. Start work now.
Oh, but then I don't want to be out.
Coffee. Min Bao Doi, Parker House Rolls, Ping Pie, Apple Pie, Bao Wen Hun, Rap One Ton. Ki, excuse me. Ki Hoi, wait on table. Mod Hoi, wipe the tables. Fly Pon One, wash the dishes. Fly Ga Fair Wu, wash the coffee urn. Hoi Gong La, start work now. Hoi Gong La, start work now. Okay, are you ready? I am going to read the Hoi San Hua, and I will also read with you Great China, and you have to really extend your voice because now you've become a poet by listening. Okay. I Zhong Hua.
Wrong.
Restaurant.
Chan Quân.
Lun Hong Yin Bao. Oh,
Always say
this is my father. This is my father you talk to. Gi Gang Ba. This is my mother you're talking to. Gi Gang Sim. Make your voice go up. Gi Gang Sim. Okay, you ready?
Sim.
Got it. Sounds really good. Uncle Gi Gang, Auntie Gi Gang. Hoi Gong La. Start work now. Fair. Okay, call.
Fair work.
Here comes
Fair work.
Bao Doi.
Bao Doi.
Here comes the apple pie. Ping
Pie.
Bao Wen Hun. Ton. Okay, I'll say that again. Key. Wipe the table. 5.1. Wash the dishes.
5.1.
Sai Ga Fair Wu. Wash the coffee curd. Hoi Gong La. With your loudest voice, you're calling to these workers who used to work in our restaurant and they can't hear you. They're old, they're hearing impaired. Hoi Gong La. Really loud. Start work now. Again. Start work now. Okay, and if I were teaching and you were coming to the door, you would have to say to me, Hoi Gong La. Start work. I forgot to check my time. Jing, Claire, do I have enough time or should we leave it and just go into the breakout room?
Okay, it's 12:10. We are 10 minutes late.
Okay, let's go into the breakout room.
Yeah, so we do you want to do Q&A now or we want to
Yeah, Q&A would be good.
Thank you.
Q&A, and then we could do do Q&A.
Okay, Q&A. Anybody has any questions, please raise your hand. I'll call your name. I actually have a question for Del Sol. Can you explain the difference, the sound of violin, cello, and violo? Did I say it right? The three different
No.
there was 3 different instruments, string instruments, and they play so wonderfully. I would like to ask you questions.
Yeah, so the violin is the smallest, so it's going to be the strings are the thinnest and the shortest. They're going to be the highest pitch. The viola is in the middle, and the cello is the biggest, and with the low sounds. And so the timbre is all very similar, so we can blend very nicely, but at the same time, they have a big range. So.
Okay, thank you.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, and thank you. This is your first time we got together in one room just for this workshop, for this show?
No, we work together regularly, so yeah.
Okay. was
Hence the
beautiful.
masks and the 6 feet. And
I know. I so appreciate everybody see that. I'm just like, my appreciation is from deep bottom of my heart. I thank you so much, and your talents, the music. There was a very famous melody in China. It's Erhu. I don't know if you know Erhu. That's China's famous. The sound you made is just like that. It's a crying to the. It's a creep to the soul. It's something like that. It's just so good. Okay.
So we just wanted to say one thing. If people enjoyed the pieces, especially the second piece, that was only part of an hour-long piece that we will be streaming on November 5th. So if you're interested in hearing the entire piece, it's a big hour-long meditative piece by Huang Ruo, who's a Chinese-American composer. And that will be November 5th at 6 p.m. and it's going to be from Grace Cathedral in San Francisco.
And can you give us the Zoom link for that? I did research.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll put it in the chat.
We'll put it in the chat.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
It was wonderful to connect with so many people I'd never met before, and some kinsmen and strangers, and it was just heartening.
I want to thank you so much for such deeply moving storytelling with your mother tongue. I can't thank you enough, everyone, the poets, the musicians, the guests. You're my friends forever. Oh my God, it's just like so heartwarming.
Thank you, Jing Jing.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Okay, also I want to say, the last thing I want to say is to Flo, happy birthday. Thank you. She's the mastermind. She's the mastermind behind all this. She kick asses. She's my idol. She's American Idol. Okay, go ahead, Flo.
The one really responsible for bringing this together.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
And Claire. Thank you. Happy birthday, Flo.
Happy birthday, Flo.
Happy birthday, Flo.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
What a
Happy
great
birthday, Flo.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 3 more minutes. Who wants to make the speech?
Maybe Nelly.
The birthday girl.
All I can say is, when we come together, we know we are safe, and we know not to be us and them, but we are a we.
Yes.
Yes.
Very nicely said.
Thank
you so
much. Thank you.
Beautiful.
And Jing, we in the break room we didn't finish. Jing, do you have anything to say? Is she?
Well, only that it's been wonderful. And the music, especially, and all the poems that were read, makes me kind of humble. I meant, it makes me kind of wish I were able to write like that.
Me too.
Oh, Jean, I'm so glad you're here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, all those words are so powerful, humble. I want to hear more voices, and also we have I'm calling for submission. If you have any poem, doesn't matter what kind of poem, what color, what shape, what length, just submit it to Laureate@Cupertino.org. I will send email to everyone for this recording, and I thank you. I thank you all very, very much and deeply. I hope I see you guys, girls, gals again, and babies, and
third graders who go on to
yes.
be fourth and fifth graders.
And thanks to the poets, thanks to the musicians, thanks to the guests, and mostly thanks to Claire and the Cupertino Library and the city
Thanks
of
to you, Jing,
Wonderful.
for having
you, everyone.
hosting.
Wonderful
Thank
program.
you, Jean, that you
Thank
accepted
you.
our
Great idea.
All right.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank
I love you
you.
very much. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.
Okay, bye for now. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Marty.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Wonderful, wonderful
Thank
program.
you.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this.
Okay, bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Out there.
Hi, Gloria.
Floyd.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.